A very good afternoon. I, Priyanshu Sawadia, extend a very warm welcome to each one of you to another challenge panel discussion at the Business Conclave 2022, organized by the Sriram College of Commerce, sponsored by the DS Group, co-sponsored by Esports, and powered by Josh. We are honored to have among us today Mr. Naman Mathur, aka Soul Mortal, who is a professional esports gamer and athlete. Mr. Naman Mathur is the owner of Gamers Clan Soul and the owner of YouTube channel Mortal. Naman gained widespread recognition due to his nomination for Esports Award 2020. His channel is the third most subscribed gaming channel. We also have on the panel Mr. Animesh Agarwal. Animesh, aka Thug, is a YouTuber, PUBG Mobile streamer, content creator, and founder and CEO at 8-Bit, and also is the co-founder at SATUN. His name is always spoken in the same breath as other popular gamers in the country. He started the YouTube channel in 2018 and started streaming PUBG gameplays. With his exceptional skills, he has managed to stay relevant and represent the country on the international stage. He has participated in many tournaments throughout his career like PUBG Mobile, Super Hero Party 2020. To moderate the session, we have Mr. Rishikesh Tongwe, content manager at Esports Experience Company. Sir does not just talk about esports, but is also an active person in the esports community. He's enthusiastic and passionate, and we are truly honored to have him as a moderator today. We request you to kindly take this discussion forward.
Good afternoon, one and all. Welcome, Naman and Animesh. So should I call you Naman or Mortal?
Hi, anything will do. Like obviously,
Okay, and Animesh?
majority of them know us as Thug and Mortal, so that will do.
All right. Thug and Mortal. All right. So we are glad to have you here. It's a pleasure. I'm doing this for SRCC, and glad to have you both, the pioneers of mobile gaming here. Okay. Shall I start with Mortal?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So first question I would like to ask: when did you get into the gaming sector, and what piqued your interest the most?
I guess so. I entered into gaming sector in 2016 or 17, something like that. And I was a casual gamer, just like any other student out there who's playing and uploading videos on YouTube for fun. And it was back in 2018 when one of my videos went viral, straight out of nowhere. So after analysis, I came to know that it was at the right time, the right video went viral. It was nothing planned, but then it was just PUBG Mobile was going, viral. BGMI, which is called right now, it went viral. That game was going wildfire, and one of my videos, which was based on tips and tricks, that went viral too. So that was the beginning, 2018.
All right. 3 years it has been. The fourth year going on.
Yeah, right.
All right. Same Animesh, Tug, sorry. What was your calling into the gaming scene, and how did you find out that this is where you belong?
Yeah, for me, it has been a roller coaster. Actually, coincidentally, I was shooting the Business Conclave 2016 for DUP at SRCC, and 6 years down the lane, gaming has got me at the same conclave where I'm one of the panelists. So I think it's been very, very different kind of a journey. I think I got into gaming around 2018, late 2018. I just started streaming as for fun. I would say I was very much impressed looking at some bigger streamers like Ninja, Daken, etc. on Twitch, and then I just got inspired that okay, there's something I want to try, because I was doing sideways. I was also pursuing my academic career. I was doing chartered accountancy, CFA, FRM, but I had I thought I would just take a year's break from academic career and try to see if things work out well. I think things went quite on my favor. 2018, 3 months into streaming, I was able to represent India in Thailand as India's first PUBG Mobile player to ever represent India. And then I came back, and then I met Mortal, and rest is history. We made Team Soul, and then there was no looking back. I think apart from the fact that we had sort of a vision about what we want to do with gaming, what we want to do with our teams, what we want to do with our careers, we were also favored by luck. It was the right time, hitting the right chord at the right moment really helped us out a lot.
Okay. Since you brought up the topic, that was my next question to you. The transition from CFA, financial analyst, and then to being a player, then broadcast talent, and then how was the transition for you? And also, I would like to mention key not choosing the traditional profession and choosing this. How did that transit?
I think it was more about always having that confidence that I had an academic backup. I knew that if things don't work out for me, I could always go back and finish off my studies and, pursue something else. I think when you talk about transition, you always need to be dynamic. That's the most important part. You need to be react really fast to the ever-changing situation, I would say. I mean, like if you have been following the industry, it's changing at a very fast way. New things keep on happening, new sort of stuff. Now we are talking about cryptos, NFTs, Web3, and I think a year back, no one was talking about that. So it's all about quick adaptation. In any sort of industry that's it's at the very budding stage or at the booming stage, what's very important is how fast do you adapt to changes, how fast do you adapt to the requirements, how open are you to changes. So I think for me that was a very key point where I used just not giving it a second thought and trying to just adapt and try to do what's in the trend. So I think for me, that was the key point. I've always been very open to ideas, very open to listening out to people, very open to adapting to trends that really helped me in the industry. And as far as talking about shifting from such an academic career to a gaming career, not so conventional, I think everyone should follow passion. Although yes, being at this point, it's very easy for me to say, but yes, like I said, I had a backup, so I ensured that there is a balance. It's very difficult to achieve that balance where you are such well backed up, but then if you if you're planning your stuff a little bit better, I think it could be easier for you to have such a balanced approach towards your career.
Correct. Well said. So, Mortal, coming to you. So, how does it feel to represent India at the international stage?
Well, it came as a shocker to me when I was nominated for Esports Award, and before that, I obviously represented India while playing PUBG Mobile, and which is now BGMI. It was, like a car I was sitting in, and there's no brakes in it. It was accelerating. It was just accelerating. I had to go with the flow. But I enjoyed every moment. I did not take anything as a pressure because things were very new for me as well as the people who were viewing me. अब उस moment में if I take pressure, then what would it now? What sort of an example that would be? So it was always that I used to enjoy every moment and was felt proud. That's the second thing. Like
nice. And so, how did your mother react to this when before you got your name Mortal, and after what were her feelings towards the gaming?
So I remember when I went viral, my photo, like people did not know how I looked. Okay, there was no image of me which was online. So first income, obviously in November 2018, jo mujhe mila was 1,04,000 rupees, and that was when my mom said, "Okay, you can take a 1 year break from studies." And back then I was preparing for my LLB entrance exam, and I was opting to probably study CS company secretary. But then 1 year ka gap my mom allowed me to take and pursue this. After that, one fine day I was uploading an image on Instagram of mine, and my mom was like, so many people are watching me right now. Because the likes were, shooting up, the comments were shooting up, everyone was watching me for the first time, and they were like, "Kitna sweet banda hai." Aisa, it was, I guess I looked the same back then. ऐसा ही दिखता था मैं because I clean shaved, so वैसा ही दिखता था, and my mom was like, "Wow, this is amazing." But every moment after that, my mom has enjoyed.
Sure. Cute to ho aap. So, coming to you. So, the Asian Games has made esports a medal event now. Maybe 8 games, I guess, there are. So, the Olympics have been interesting in the esports for a long time. So, do you feel esports needed this validation from conventional sports, or it is our own beast?
Yeah, I think the validation is always important. Like we recently saw the government announce the AVGC task force. So definitely such kind of validations are very important if you want to take the industry to the next step. We're already a $1 billion industry, but if we look at our goals, the targets that we have set for 2025, then obviously validations are important. It's not the first time that we have had Asian, esports as a medal event in Asian Games. We had it prior as well. We have a bronze medal medal from India in the game of Hearthstone from Tirth Patel from Gujarat. So yeah, validations are important. Government validations are important because you need a framework here on, obviously it cannot be just people like me trying to come in and do something of our own. There needs to be a structure of how things move forward. So I believe that being a beast of our own, we still need someone who can tame gaming and take it forward. So I think, yeah, so it's a very good step for us, very positive step for gaming overall across the globe, and for India especially, as because we finally have the eyeballs of the entire government, of the every stakeholder in the country is looking towards how to make gaming bigger and better.
Okay, cool. And I would also I'd like to ask you, how was your experience to represent India at the world level?
That was a very different experience. I mean, like, things moved so fast paced for me. I did not realize when it came and went. To be honest, it was, the feeling is surreal. You cannot compare it. When you're holding your country's flag up high in a global platform, it's something very different. The feeling is very different. That's when I came back and realized that, okay, so when we went there, to be honest, we did not perform really well going against the beasts from the sea region. When I came back, my goal was that, okay, I need the best players in India to represent India and achieve what I could not. And that's when I came back and I called off my professional career and made Team Soul alongside Mortal as a co-founder. So I think, that feeling is something that cannot be explained only in words, but it's very good. It's something out of the league, to be honest.
Correct. So how has Mortals and Thugs collaboration helped the mobile gaming industry in particular boost, and what's your motive or goal?
I think I would let Mortal take that first, and then I can take it forward.
So I still remember back in 2018 when I met Thug for the first time. He claimed that let's join hands and we can do a lot of things together. And that was a blind, I met someone for the first time back then, because मैं तो क्या college going student था, that's all. Suddenly out of nowhere I get a message from Thug, and I asked my uncle. Uncle said, okay, it's always good to hear. You can always reject, you can always say no, but it's always good to hear. So I went and met him for the first time, stayed with him in a hotel room. वहाँ पे और भी 2-3 लोग थे, हम लोग साथ में, all of us were there. And he said we can do a lot of things together. First thing was obviously the event where we were in was DreamHack, and the first thing that we did was we created a team over there. There was this Team Soul, जो वहाँ पे हम लोगों ने सबसे पहले बनाया. His, I guess, aim was to I guess he'll take it further, but then I guess he wanted to work with me, but then it somehow came in such a way that we both started working and created this team called Team Soul, and it was like multiple things that we started doing together. So esports में भी आ गए, then content creation में भी later on he took me forward, and a lot of things, then SATUL. So
Okay. Tug, would you like to take it forward?
Yeah, I think for me, working along with Mortal was very important. I spent a lot of time during my in the period 2016 to 18 understanding how esports works in the EU and the NA region. So when I came back from Thailand, I think what I was lacking is a launchpad. I wanted a launchpad through which I could take my boomerang my plans, and I think Mortal was the perfect launchpad, as we had common interests. He had bigger numbers, so I think that was the entire idea between me and Mortal. The mind and the face. So Mortal was definitely one of the best faces that I could have worked with, and him supporting my ideas was the very big key to this partnership. We made Team Soul, which was a game changer in the industry. I mean, which I think we still have the most highest offline PUBG trophies or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty successful ride. We do have a lot of plans, a lot of visions. Its first thing is obviously taking this entire Indian esports into a global stage, hiring more of global teams and trying to move abroad. But yes, I think those things are on the card, maybe a couple of years down the lane. But so far, it's been a very good ride. We have been able to achieve quite a lot of things, esports-wise, content creation-wise, having set up, a $1 million gaming facility. In fact, the first in India, which was this big in Mumbai. And then, having so many content creators under one roof, establishing a brand called SATUL, launching our own merchandise, having some of the biggest partnerships the industry has ever seen. So, doing all of this, it would not have been possible alone. I mean, you can't ride solo in an industry that has just started. So alongside Mortal, of course, I mean, a lot of people might not be knowing, only three of us. It's been a great partnership, great run. And yeah, I mean, Team Soul has always been the trendsetter. We have had kids play gaming only watching the likes of Team Soul. So yes, I think somewhat we have been able to change the approach of people towards gaming, and young kids or maybe parents, everyone.
Sure, sure. SA2L has been in successful in doing that. Mortal, I would like to ask, sir, LAN is starting over again. LAN events are starting over again. We just had BGMIs by Sky Sports, sorry, Nodwin, and we are also getting Valorants by Sky Sports. So, what
Right.
do you think? How will this boost Indian gaming community again, and how will the team on other organization? How this LAN events will affect them?
I have a very good example for this. So there was this PC gaming enthusiast who was watching the first tournament, which was in India, jo PMIS trophy, jo team sold, the one we lifted. And later on, he met me and he said he was obviously India head for Gigabyte, and he told me that he never knew that this was the craze for gaming in India. Because he saw the chants, he saw so many people in the stadium who were there to support the teams, and what he realized was it's ever growing from here because the scope is immense. There are still many kids who don't know about gaming, who are still entering into gaming, who have their interests. They are setting up their interests कि gaming करना है हम लोग को, कुछ ना कुछ gaming में करना है हम लोग को, and looking at global numbers, and in fact India ka population hi dekha jaye to there's still a lot more to touch right now, and it's a lot of kids have their passion into gaming. It's just that we need to set up a foundation, which we already are doing, and right after that I guess it's going to be a career option.
Correct. Uh, Coming to the career option you said, so Thug, do you think this as a layman person, a person who doesn't know much about gaming, for him, he has seen there are streamers, there are content creators, and there are esports players, competitive players. So, other than that, if you want to tell the audience there are more opportunities in gaming which require traditional fields knowledge also.
Right.
So, what would it be?
Definitely. I mean, the thing that you're talking about, like the content creation and esports, these are all the technical aspects of gaming. But, an industry cannot survive just with the technical players.
Correct.
You need people who can handle the finance, who can handle the legal aspects. They have been, who can handle the maybe technical part, which includes the app building and all that part, game development. Recently, there's been so many investments coming from Krafton, coming from MPL. Everyone is setting up a studio. Obviously, in all these big startups required the top financial or they need best people coming out as their CFOs, and when they are making investment plans, they need people who come as strategic advisors and all that. So obviously, right now where we are sitting, SRCC would have the hub of the brightest minds in India. I mean, I could not make it to SRCC. I always wanted to, so I can understand how difficult it is. So we have the brightest minds sitting here. Yes, and to be honest, it's not like that. You need to have a deep knowledge and understanding of gaming, the technical aspect of gaming, ki game kaise khelte hai. You need to have a, I would say, overview of what the industry is about. And that's when you can definitely have a kickstart. And believe me, everyone in the industry knows that gaming is not that big in India. We don't expect veterans, 5 years experience, 4 years experience to come up and join the industry. It's always going to be freshers. I was a fresher myself. I started everything on my own, and no one came and guided me. But the point is, if you start, then this industry is an industry where we are ready to accept freshers, with open arms. मतलब यहाँ पे अभी freshers की ही कमी है. People who are working. There's one SRCC alumni whom I know who is working with a streaming platform called Loco. So there are people who are working with in the gaming industry. I know so many more, but one which really occurred to me. So ऐसा नहीं है. आपको बस आप अगर गेमिंग को लेकर passionate हो, बाकी चीजें सीख जाओगे. I mean, like, that's the whole point. We understand कि if you have studied your entire life, कितना ही game खेले होंगे, how much you must have followed Thug or Mortal or Scout or whoever. But the point is, if you are passionate about understanding and helping this industry grow, that's the biggest point. Helping this industry grow, because right now this industry needs people who want this industry to grow, who can help, who can add some value in how the industry goes. Then we have, I think, offerings open in every vertical that you can think of. Call it any sort of management, financial, legal, or call it technical, sab jagah opening. So I think career option wise, it's as good as any other industry. I would say, if you see the value, right now we are small, but the expectations that we have and the growth that we have seen, especially in the COVID period, I mean, like, it's phenomenal. We have seen multi-fold growth. So I think scope बहुत ज़्यादा है. It's just that if you have passion, then this industry is definitely waiting for you to join.
Correct. I would like to ask both of you, what do you think, when will that parent-child ratio regarding the gaming will increase in India?
I think it's matter of time. मतलब there's no time frame कि कब ये होगा. Gradually, with like I said, the validation that we were talking about, with Olympics realizing it, Asian Games realizing it, the government realizing it, then definitely everyone's watching. The parents that we're talking about, they are seeing the news, understanding that कुछ हो रहा है gaming में. क्या हो रहा है वो धीरे धीरे उन लोग समझ में आ रहा है. That's why more and more gamers are joining. Like for example, people like me and Mortal who are playing in 2019, 2020. Now we have been replaced by the next set of youngsters who are playing representing our team only. So this is all a cycle. One batch goes out, the other batch comes in. More parents realize it. Kids do a lot in trying to convince their parents. So I think it's a cycle. So I think process start हो चुका है. Also yes, I wouldn't say कि इतने भी opportunity इंडिया में भर के है कि everyone should just say कि हमें gamer बनना है. Because then you need to do what your personal goal is apart from gaming. Backup रहना चाहिए. But yes, I think the process is in the right direction. We are moving in the right direction. Sooner or later, gaming would become a household career option. I mean, like every other household would have a gamer in their house, I'd say.
Well said. Mortal, would you like to?
Right, I mean, opportunity की जो बात बोली इन्होंने, like every person right now जिसको भी मैं मिलूँ, is like I want to become a gamer, I want to play esports for XYZ team, but then requirement, that is the most important thing. Currently we require more organizations who come and invest into gaming, right? Invest into players, build up their own teams. We like तब जाके players का requirement
Correct.
होगा. First we need the ones who are running a team. So that's where opportunity धीरे धीरे करके बढ़ रहा है.
All right. So, Tug, my last question to you would be, with the pressure of you being the pioneers of mobile gaming and laying out the foundation stones of the industry, that has now come to such a big scale. So what would you like to tell the viewers, which includes your fans, parents of the fans, and the budding esports enthusiasts? What is the way forward in the industry?
See, the way forward is, gaming ऐसा नहीं होता कि कोई pressure से करता है. It's always out of passion. So keep following your passion. Don't let go of other aspects of your life. Me coming from a very, very, very strong academic background, believe me, when I go to sleep at night and I think that if gaming stops tomorrow, I know that I have a backup. But what I fear every night is what would happen to others. So this is something that I want every person who is listening today. If you want to get into business, don't completely let go of that. If you want to study more, don't completely let go of that. Have a balance, have a mix. We are on the way to making it big, but we are not absolutely there. Like me and Mortal, we made it. Chalo, we have made it. But for all of us to make it, there's still some time. So let's just be patient until all of us make it, and then maybe 3 years down, then I can come and say ki chhod do sab and gaming kar lo. But tab tak have a balance. Parents support your child. I know कि पढ़ाई वढ़ाई ये सब जरूरी है, करना है. मैं भी पढ़ा हूँ. I know it's very, very important. But अगर passionately, if your child wants to play some games for some time, support him. And to the kids who are watching this, boards और semesters के time में थोड़ा break लिया करो, पढ़ लिया करो. It's very important. मैंने भी अपने exams के बीच में break ले लेता था. So, but I think that's it. That's the ultimate message that I always try to bring forward. That keep a balance. We are still yet to make it that big कि हम लोग सबको बोले कि पढ़ाई छोड़ के आप गेमिंग में कर लो. पढ़ाई तो कभी छोड़ना ही नहीं चाहिए. That's my very key concept. But वो concept अभी तक नहीं है. Maintain a balance and have fun. Gaming passion से होता है, pressure से नहीं होता.
Very well said. So, Mortal, being on the top tier of the industry and having a huge fan base, what would you like to convey to the fans and gamers trying to find their spot in the industry?
Firstly, though, I would like to say +1. Thug ने जितना बोला, that's very important. कि education is the must until you go viral. Obviously, with me the case was different. I went viral. Things was it was a car without a brake. But then for Thug, he had to पूरा repair करके he had to start the car, and his journey was a bit different. He had to set his backup first. So all I would want to say is, it's true कि set your backup first so that you don't feel कि जैसे थक ने बोला कल को गेमिंग बंद हो जाए, I have a backup, I can go there, I can work, सब कुछ कर सकता हूँ मैं. कल को गेमिंग बंद हो जाएगा तो I won't be able to do much, to be very honest, because I went viral and whatever I have set up for myself मैंने वो बहुत अच्छे से कर लिया already. so I don't have to worry in another way. Like
Right.
I've already invested or wo sab maine whatever.
Yeah,
I
he's a
want.
sorted gaming entrepreneur. That's what he means to say. कि बहुत
That's
छाप
all.
लिया, but then that's not the case with everyone. You know,
Correct.
we are
Correct.
like the front faces, so obviously we are sorted, but then we see a lot of people struggle. So struggle नहीं करना है, पढ़ाई वढ़ाई करके रखो. You're
बस.
sitting with the best minds in India. So बस ठीक है. I think that's the ultimate messaging I would say.
Correct. It was amazing. We can already see Mortal and Tug OP in the chat, and it was amazing to have you. I would like to SRCC. Can you take forward? I did not get my fan moment with both of you, but thank you so much, Tug and Mortal,
Thank you.
for joining in.
Thank
This
you,
was
thank you so
Rishikesh
much.
Pet Tonge. I am signing out.
We would like to thank Mr. Naman, Mr. Animesh, and Mr. Rishikesh for gracing the occasion and enlightening us with their thoughts and ideas. You are widely loved by the youth of today from all across the nation, and have gotten an opportunity to interact with you was an absolute honor for us. Thank you for making this session so enjoyable, yet so inspirational for all those in attendance. We are certain this conversation brought to the table a completely fresh perspective for all while being super relatable. Lastly, we would like to thank all the attendees for listening patiently and staying with us. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you.